This is the tale of three steelhead, Onker, Hincus, and Micus. When combined, they form the Latin word for rainbow trout. Their names are made up, but their stories are real, based on data from tiny tags that scientists inserted in these freckled fish to track using radio transmitters. And this is 15-Mile Creek. It flows north into the Columbia River and is where our three fish were born. Following the life cycle of all steelhead, they've spent several years out at sea and are now trying to return to their natal stream to spawn. But only one of them will make it home. Humans have created numerous challenges for the 15-mile steelhead, who are among the nation's list of threatened species. Rain and snowmelt from Mount Hood feed the creek in spring. But in the last century, farmers made the creek shallower and hotter by taking water for irrigation. And over the last 20 years, farmers have dug high-powered wells along the creek to grow water-intensive crops like cherries. Scientists think these wells may be draining springs that 15-Mile and its fish need in the summertime. So how do things work out for these three fish? Their journeys back from sea begin at the mouth of the Columbia River in Astoria. They each travel 150 miles upriver before climbing the Bonneville Dam fish ladder at the end of summer 2014. And they continue to swim east. Between mid-August and late September, they arrive at a fork. To their left, the Dalles Dam. To their right, the mouth of 15-Mile. Biologists believe these fish are programmed to shoot up 15-Mile to spawn at this very time. But something stops them. The fish don't show up in the creek. According to the first transmitter station, just a mile upstream from the mouth, the water temperature in the creek was nearly 70 degrees in early August when Micus arrives near the mouth, and in the low 60s when Hincus and Onker are pinged there in late September. Throughout, the stream gauges show 15-Mile is nearly dry. The ideal temperature for adult steelhead is in the low 50s. Anything in the 70s can be lethal. Going against instincts that have guided them for generations, the three 15-Mile steelhead move up the Columbia River and away from home. Steelhead Hincus climbs the Dalles Dam fish ladder and is last pinged about a year later at the mouth of the Deschutes River. That's the last we ever hear from Hincus. It may have been snatched by an osprey, netted by a fisherman, or felled by a parasite before it could return home. Steelhead Onker also climbs the Dalles Dam fish ladder. Onker was pinged 5 months later, again at the Dalles Dam. It may have been diced into sushi by the dam's water turbines. Steelhead Micus is the lucky one. It too climbs the Dalles Dam ladder and swims to the mouth of the Deschutes River, and back and forth across the Dalles Dam several times over the course of 7 months, until March rains made the creek entrance look more like this. Micus swims up 15-Mile Creek to spawn in the spring of 2015. But this story doesn't have a happy ending for the Micus family tree. Not only is it hard for adult steelhead to make it home to mate without water in 15-Mile, but it's also hard for newborn steelhead to live past adolescence in its hot summertime puddles. Before humans altered the watershed, chances of egg survival would have been close to 1 in 4. Last year, fewer than 1 in 50 steelhead eggs made it out alive. So is this the end of 15-Mile Creek steelhead? The Federal Endangered Species Act says that states are supposed to protect the fish, but Oregon regulators say it will take them several years to establish for sure whether irrigation wells are contributing to the problem. Deciding what to do about it could take even longer.